orangutan show behaviours in juveniles, including elements of surprise and play. Well, I'm greatly looking forward to one of the main researchers involved in this study, Dr. Isabelle Laumer. And welcome here, Doctor, to the programme. I've been watching the footage and reading the details. This is really fascinating, isn't it? Tell me a little more then about what you discovered, because I think, is it 18 different behaviours you actually spotted here?
Yes, so we found 18 different teasing behaviors in all the 4 great ape species. And yeah, I first have to say, this behavior is not rare. So if you go to a zoo and spend a few hours there, you probably see an example of it. However, it's not something that people have studied before. So people have looked at aggressive teasing, some kind of bullying, or at play. But we were like the first to systematically study playful teasing in all the 4 great ape species.
Well, on our screen at the moment, we've got some wonderful footage where you see a baby ape just prodding and then running away and watching. Just talk me through that. What is actually happening there?
Yeah, so you see here a juvenile chimpanzee, and you see 2 adults grooming each other. And what you can see here is the hitting. It's also one of the teasing examples. And what you can also see is that the juvenile is hitting and then response waiting. So it's always looking back, looking at the target and watch for the response. So seemingly carefully evaluating how far I can go until it might lead to some, aggression or something like that. But I have to say, we rarely observed aggression. And also disrupting adults' interactions. That was also something that we found, which is also very human-like,
Yes.
that also children show that.
Now, the footage that's currently on the screen shows that when they fail, and this baby ends up using their full body to
Yes.
interrupt an adult grooming. That is so reminiscent, isn't it, of toddlers when they can't get the attention. It just ramps up and ramps up and ramps up.
Yes, and actually the body slam, that was also something that all 4 species showed. And this was usually shown after they have done other teasing behaviors like poking, hitting, and then finally, if they didn't get a reaction from the target, then they would also sometimes body slam. So, and they also did that also by surprise. So I think the video you saw there, the juvenile was actually jumping on the back of the adult bonobo.
Yes, so it's a body slam. I was going to ask you, what is that all about?
This is a behavior that definitely provokes a reaction, right?
So broadly,
Yeah.
that's what it's about. Now, in terms of right across the range, it is, 75 hours worth of footage that was filmed and analysed. What does it actually tell you? You were saying that, you spotted some of these behaviours before, but what do we learn from this, do you think?
Overall, we found that it's a provocative, intentional behavior that is also very much one-sided, has playful and aggressive features, and is in many ways similar to human infant teasing. So the apes show response looking, they show repetition and also different behaviors when the target is not or just minimally responding. And it also mostly takes place in relaxed context, which is also happening in children. And,
you make that parallel, and I made it just briefly. Is this, in a sense, a prerequisite to humour in humans?
The prerequisites for joking, therefore you need to understand social norms, some type of theory of mind. You have to anticipate others' responses and also appreciate the violation of others' expectations. And playful teasing, which is already present in pre-verbal infants, shares many of these cognitive features. And playful teasing may therefore be seen as a cognitive precursor. And we found that great apes tease in structurally similar ways. So, yeah.
Well, Doctor, thanks very much for joining us here on the programme. Absolutely fascinating, the research that you've done. Let me just turn to